Well.
Hey toy fans, Aaron here. Today, taking a look at the Power of the Force 2 Ceremonial Luke Skywalker. Let's head to that table and check this one out. And released in 1997, this Ceremonial Luke Skywalker came on that green Power of the Force 2 card with the holo sticker on it. First up in the upper right corner, you'll see this one is Collection 1, and as I show you later, this is a .01 version of the card. As you may know, that means that there was a change in the card, and in this case, it was originally released as a Collection 2 figure. But looking at the rest of the card, like I said, it's that green card that got you the green lightsaber in the background. You had the holo sticker on the left side that you could peel off and reveal a color photo underneath if you wanted. And through the blister, you see the figure with the included blaster and medal. And on the bottom of this bubble, it is highlighting that this is an all-new likeness of Luke. And on the back side, you got that nice image from the movie of Luke Skywalker in his ceremonial outfit with a brief bio information about him on that right side there. And on the bottom half of the card, you got other figures and vehicles that were also available at the time being shown off in photographs here, along with a little checklist of other figures that aren't photographed that were also available. And way down here at the bottom of the card is where you're going to find that version number. In this case, as I already mentioned, this is a .01 release and something was changed on the card. If by chance you have the Collection 2 version, then yours is going to be .00. And now taking a look at the figure out of the packaging, this is a okay looking figure. Pretty decent for the time, actually. As you may recall, these figures were initially released where they were, super muscular, and even in the case of Luke Skywalker, where he had his Tatooine outfit, just sculpted with muscles all over the chest. So this is a bit of a slimmed down version. Now, one thing I noticed about this figure is its tendency to fall over backwards. Not the best center of gravity. You can eventually find that sweet spot, but it's just something to take note of for this figure. Looking at the head sculpt, as the packaging did indeed mention, this is an all-new likeness of Luke Skywalker. So they did update that head sculpting, change the hair a bit, slim down the face. It still looks nothing like Luke Skywalker. Sure, it's blonde-haired and blue-eyed, but aside from that, the likeness isn't necessarily there, but it was definitely a step in the right direction. All of that aside, though, the sculpting still does look pretty nice for the figure. Hair sculpting looks pretty decent, and a very nice paint job to that. The eyes are painted pretty nicely. One of the blue eyeballs is probably a little off-center. He looks a little cross-eyed at this point. That is something that probably varies from figure to figure. Through the chest area, aside from still being a bit beefy, things are looking pretty decent. First, I'd say that the yellow tone of the jacket between, probably more in the arms. I think the arms are looking a little lighter, and that's probably just been fading over time. You got to remember this is a 20-year-old figure at this point, and it's just been sitting on my shelf. Not in sunlight or anything, but still, fading's going to happen. Sculpting's looking really great for the jacket. The detail of the ribbing down the shoulders and the arms of the sleeves. You got some pocket detailing on the front left side of the coat. And of course, a little bit of wrinkles and stuff sculpted in there. Through the back of the jacket, you still got some more wrinkles and stuff sculpted in there. And along with some seam detailing up around the shoulder area, running down the sides of the coat. Underneath that jacket, you do see a black shirt sculpted in. Nothing special about that, but it is looking pretty good. And this outer shell of the jacket that is just over the chest area is separately sculpted. So that gives it a pretty nice layering effect, a little bit of dimension there. Belt area, black belt, a little bit of silver painting on the buckle, and a couple, maybe grommets or something off to the side there painted in. And then for the bottom half of the figure, well, brown pants, some yellow striping painted in there as he had in the movie. On his right hip, you can see he's got a holster sculpted in there. That is not usable. You're not going to put that massively oversized weapon in there. But it does add some nice detailing to the figure since it certainly should be there. And then on his right thigh, you can see that black strap wrapping around, painted in pretty nicely with a touch of silver detailing. As for the boots that he's wearing, nothing overly special, but still a pretty nice paint job going on with that. So head to toe, pretty nice looking figure. As for the articulation of this figure, that head swivels all the way around. Arms, both of them do go up and down and all the way around. And then at the waist area, you got some swiveling going on there. And then for the legs, both of them come out straight forward. And if for whatever reason, you can get them going all the way back. And so for the time, that was your basic figure articulation. So pretty good range of movement there on this one. As far as accessories, he does come with two of them. First up, this Medal of Valor. Now, as you can see, this is a separately sculpted piece, and it is already molded to fit nicely over the shoulders and drape down on the chest. So as you can see, it does fit very nicely on that shoulder. I do like that brown coloring of the ribbon area that goes around the neck. And then for the medal itself, has a nice gold paint job to it and a pretty decent sculpt going on with just the little lines of detail sculpted in there. So it's not like 100% accurate, but for something so small, it's pretty darn close to being very representative of what the metal actually looked like. And then for the second accessory, you got his blaster. You get a decent amount of sculpting to it, and certainly it does look like his blaster from the movie. No special paint applications or anything, just a black piece of plastic, but it is rather large. These weapons at the time were pretty large, which is odd because now I think they're getting pretty small. But still, with the size, it does fit quite nicely in the hand. And then, like I mentioned, you're not sliding this in the holster or anything. That was just for looks. So overall, I actually do like the looks of this figure, even though it's still a bit beefy and stuff. You know, I don't know what it is. Like, maybe it's just a fondness for the figures that they were all new at the time after being gone for so long. But there still was a good quality to the figures that were released at the time. Paint applications were good. Sculpts were pretty decent. So yeah, this is a figure I still really liked, and it was great to get one representing him when he received the medal at the end of the movie. And that wraps up this look at Luke Skywalker in Ceremonial Outfit. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on this figure in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for watching.